Okay, good morning, my lovely students. Today we are going to have a speaking lesson regarding your Unit 11, Crime Time. All right, so what we are or what we will be doing is explaining first of all our topic, which is techniques for persuading, how to persuade, okay, persuade the person who is in front of you, and then we will have a discussion, a debate, a discussion regarding that topic. So bear with me until I share the definition with you, and then we will start. All right, so I believe that you guys have the definition in front of you, the screen, on the screen. So I would like a student to start reading here, persuasive speech. But before reading, who who has an idea regarding the title, persuasive speech? What do I mean by the word persuasive? Who can tell me? Let me see, do we have hands in here? Yes, Farah.
It's like to try to convince someone.
يعني عليكي. What about you, Zena?
As what Farah said, to convince someone that was talking with you.
Yes. So to convince a person who is in front of you regarding your point of view, regarding uh, or about what you believe regarding an issue, what you believe regarding an issue. Let's go to the definition and Farah, start reading, dear.
A persuasive speech is a specific type of speech in which the speaker has a goal of convincing the audience to accept his or her point of view. The speech is arranged in such a way as to hopefully cause the audience to accept all or part of the expressed view.
Thank you, dear. Zena, continue, please.
Though
Overarching.
the overarching goal of a persuasive speech is to convince the audience to accept or perspective. Not all audiences can be convinced by a single speech, and not all
Okay,
can you repeat it?
perspective. Yes, perspective.
Perspectives
Yes,
can persuade the audience.
can persuade the audience. Yes, thank you, dears. So let's go back to the definition. A persuasive speech. So here we have types of speech. Okay, different types of speech. And today we're going to talk about the persuasive speech. This type is a specific type of speech in which the speaker has a goal. What is the goal? What is the aim of the speaker in the persuasive speech? To convince. What is the goal? The goal is to convince the audience, the person who is, or the people who are listening to you, okay, in order to accept your point of view. So you have information regarding a specific issue and you want to express yourself by using techniques for persuasion, okay, in order to convince the people in front of you regarding your point of view. The speech is arranged in such a way, so we have, okay, as I say, ways or specific points, steps you have to follow in order to express yourself and convince the person who is in front of you, as to hopefully cause the audience to accept, as I said right now, all or part of the expressed view. So you might or you may have, okay, more than one idea. They will accept one idea and they will not accept the other. It is regarding, okay, the way or how you express yourself. Though the overarching, and here it means this word, the overall, the inclusive, shamil, goal of a persuasive speech is to convince the audience to accept a perspective, a point of view. So not all audiences can be convinced. So every one of your audience, okay, they might, okay, think in a different way. They might think in a different way, and they will not be convinced in the same way that you are talking about by a single speech, and not all perspectives can pursue, excuse me, persuade the audience. Let's talk about a couple of points regarding the meaning, and then we will go to our exercises, which are on page 141. So here, who would like to read the first three, and then we'll have another student for the rest of them. Let me see in here. It's just reading, guys. Yalla ya Juan, go ahead.
Persuasive speaking is the art of using words and body language to influence an audience. It requires the ability to appeal to the emotions and the thinking of the listeners, to help and guide them to accept the idea, attitude, or action that is being proposed to the speaker.
Thank
It
you,
is
dear.
a
Yusuf, continue.
It's achieved by using or
Argument.
arguments, uh, uh,
Okay.
ra-
Rationalization.
rational. Can you repeat it?
Okay. Rationalization.
Rationalization.
Mhm.
Okay, presenting supporting information and usually emotionally appealing language.
Okay.
Uh, pers- uh, persuasive,
Persuasive.
persuasive speaking is different from informative
And
speaking.
informative.
Speaking, uh, although they have an
Lapping elements.
overlapping element.
And
Persuasive speaking, uh, okay, ask the audience to choose from among options.
asking, okay, the audience to choose from among options. Thank you, dears. Let's go back to the points. The first one, persuasive speaking is the art. So here you have to express yourself, okay? It's an art of using words. So you should know how to choose your words, okay? The way of choosing your words. And you have to express yourself also among the words or with the words, okay? With a body language to influence. What's the meaning of influence?
يؤثر.
يؤثر, to have an impact on the person who you are convincing. Yes, it requires, okay, it requires the ability, مقدرتك, to appeal to the emotions. You have to touch the feelings of the people who are in front of you, who are listening to you, and the way of thinking. How do they think? You have to get, okay, away, and you have to understand the person in front of you in order to express yourself in the right way, so you can be able to convince this person, to help and guide them, okay, to help this person who is in front of you to accept your idea, to accept the idea, the attitude, the behavior, or the action that is being proposed, that is being introduced, that is being talked about to the speaker, Here we have another point, which is it is achieved. How do I reach it? How do I reach to my point of view? By using arguments. Okay, you may argue with this person. You may okay, talk and express yourself in arguments or rationalization, which is العقلانية, how the way of thinking, presenting supporting information. You have a lot of information regarding this issue and you want to convince that person who is in front of you with your information, and usually emotionally appealing language. So in a way that your language has to attract يجذب, all right, the person who is in front of you in order to be convinced with your point of view. Persuasive speaking is different from informative speaking. We all know what is the meaning of informative speaking. So you have information and you are explaining, you are giving, okay, information to the person who is in front of you and he believes in this information. So here we have to understand that there is a difference, my bad, okay, regarding the persuasive speaking and the informative speaking, although they have an overlapping they okay share some elements, but there is a difference, okay, although they share the same elements, but they are different in a way. What is the difference? In the informative speaking, okay, you both believe in the same issue. Okay, you have the same ideas, but when I say a persuasive, okay, we have an issue. You believe in some points and they believe in other points, and you have to convince them with your points, with your information, with your point of view. So here we have to ask the audience to choose from among options. So here we have more than one option, and you have to listen to your audience and then try to convince them with your point of view. Let's go now to exercise B in your student's book, which is on page 141. And here I'll share it with you guys. Exercise B and the instruction of it. The following list are some interesting activities you might do after school. Okay, which ones do you do? So we have here 6 activities, and I want every student to choose one of them, and I want you guys to express yourselves and tell me why do you like one of them over the others. So here our activities are: play sports, learn a musical instrument, go to an art club, volunteering for the community, extra revision for school, okay, doing homework or you revise, okay, what you took in school, or reading in the library. So here we have, as I said before, 6 activities, and I want every student to choose one of them and express him or herself regarding this activity. But before doing that, we want to read something that is called the exam close-up, and it is about changing your partner's mind. So these 3 points will help us in order to express ourselves. And let me have a student to read this, and then we'll go back to our exercise. So I'll have يلا يا نور.
Yes, teacher. After you have discussed all of the options, you will then need to express your opinions about each of them. If you don't agree with something, it's okay to express your opinion. Remember, there is no right or wrong answer. If you want to try and change your partner's mind, uh, acknowledge
Acknowledge.
acknowledge what they are saying first, and then express your opinion politely.
politely?
Politely.
Thank you, dear. So here, after you have discussed all of the options that I gave you, which are the 6 activities, you will then need to express your opinion about each of them, okay? Whether you like them, whether not, and okay, you have to give me your point of view. If you do not agree with something, it's okay. So here, we do not have a right or wrong answer. It's your opinion. Okay, there is nothing straight, there is nothing, okay, yes or no, it's your opinion. Point number 3, if you want to try and change your partner's mind, what do you have to do? You have first to acknowledge what they are saying. So you have to listen to them. You have to know their point of view and then decide the way in order to express your opinion, but in a polite way. So you do not scream, you do not force them, okay? You have to use techniques, you have to use ways, okay, in order to attract them and to touch their feelings and their minds in order to convince them regarding your point of view, but in a polite way and in a polite and academic way. And here we have a couple of techniques or useful expressions that you can use while convincing the person who is in front of you. Who would like to read the techniques for persuading? Let me see in here. People who didn't read, yalla ya Diala.
Techniques for
For,
persuading.
yes, persuading.
This is better option than, because this isn't a good idea, because don't you think that, I think they should, might make a difference, as isn't a good idea, as it, I'm pretty sure that.
Thank you, dear. So here, I must say this is a better option than maybe playing sports because etc. This isn't a good idea because maybe if I say extra revision for school is not a good idea. Doing that after school, okay, immediately you may first of all go to an art club in order to change the atmosphere of the school, and then after that you will go home and make your revision for the classes that you took already. Don't you think that, etc.? I think they should مثلا here volunteer for the community and help blah blah blah, okay, and okay, this might make a big difference in that community. So here are a couple of techniques, okay, that you can use in order to express yourselves. Now we'll go to our exercise in here. Read the exam closed up, which we just did. And what should you do before discussing your opinions? We said that we should listen and acknowledge the people who are in front of us, and then we will convince them with our points of view. Work in pairs, yes, we will do that, and discuss which activity you think is the most interesting. Okay, before doing our debate, and having a discussion with each other, I want you guys to choose from these activities and express yourself. So for example, a student likes learn a musical instrument. Why? Okay, so now I'll choose from you guys. Let me see hands. Okay, and I'll take Farah. Which activity would you like to do after school and why?
I would like to do the fifth one, which is extra revision for school, but not straight after school. First of all, I like to maybe eat my lunch and chill for a little bit. Then I like to revise what I took in school so I can stick the ideas in my mind.
Thank you, dear. What about you, Juan?
If I had to choose, I'd choose the second one, to learn a musical instrument. I think music is fun, and I would like to learn a new musical instrument. But after that, I would do extra revision for school.
Thank you, dear. Ooh, let me see. Let me have another student in here. Noor.
Yes, teacher. I personally like reading because after a long day of school and studying, I just like to go in my room and close the door and just stay away from everyone and read quietly.
Thank you, dear. Do we have other students in here? Vicky.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. Go to art club because I love drawing and craft.
You love drawing and crafts. Yes, thank you, dear. That was interesting. What about Christine? يلا يا كريستين شريدة.
I prefer playing sports because it can help me to be healthy, and if I feel depressed, it makes me feel happier, depressed, and more active.
يعني عليكي. Thank you. Let's have another Jessica. يلا يا Jessica سمعيني.
First one, play sport. I play sport because it stimulates
Stimuli, yes.
stimulate the mind and discourage the body energy.
And what? And encourage, you mean?
Discourage.
Oh, okay. The body's energy. Okay, thank you. Any other students? Yusuf, where are you?
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, would you like to tell me which activity
Um,
you like to do?
I think make an extra revision for school.
For school? Okay. Yes.
Okay, because sometimes we have a lot of
Studying?
fields or subjects.
Okay.
Yeah, and homeworks and exam.
Exams, yes.
Yeah, just like this.
Okay, do you guys have any other activities that you would like to do? Okay, any other activities which are not listed in here, which are not listed in here. Do you guys prefer to do something else? Farah,
No.
Zaina?
Yes, teacher, chatting with my sisters and friends, it really helped me to express all my bad feelings, negative feelings, so it helps me to relax.
Thank you, dear Juan.
Maybe play with pets if you have
Uh-huh,
one.
uh-huh, uh-huh. This is a nice one too. Okay, Noor?
I like to do after school when I finish my homework and everything. Sometimes I like to do a little bit of baking.
I cannot hear you well.
Sometimes I like to do a little bit of baking.
Of what?
Baking. Baking.
Oh, baking. Yummy. All right. And do you make a delicious cake?
Yes, I do a lot of cakes.
So we should try it one time after the corona, after
Yes,
the lockdown, huh?
yes.
All right. Yusuf, what about you? Thank you, dear. Yusuf?
Okay, teacher, the best time in my life before I go to sleep, like 3 hours or like this, to make an Nescafe and go to bed and read with encyclopedia.
Reading encyclopedia. That's amazing, dear. Okay, that's good. Now, let us have our debate. We have students, and I want to give you that question in here, and then you guys will talk about it. I want two teams. One of you, okay, or one of the teams, um, are convinced with the idea playing sports after school, okay? And the other team, okay, is saying that no, we would like to read after school, reading in the library or maybe at home or okay, anywhere, maybe in the park, maybe okay, in your garden. All right, and I want two teams. Every team, I want them to um, convince the other team about their point of view, which is more important. I know that both are important, okay, because playing sports is regarding your body and reading is regarding your mind. And I understand that both are important, but some students okay think that playing sports is more important and the other team is preferring reading and they are convinced that reading is more important than playing sports. So who is with playing sports and who is with reading? And then we will start our debate. Let me see hands in here. خليني أشوف أول إشي ارفعوا لي إيديكم and then we will make the two teams and start our debate. نور نور مع ايش؟ نور
Against playing sports.
against playing sports. زينة.
Playing sports.
Okay, so we have one team is the Noor's team and the other team is Zaina's team. What about you, Juan?
Playing sports.
So you are with Zaina. What about you, Farah?
Yes.
Also playing sports.
Okay, so you are with Zaina. Yusuf, you like to read, right?
Yes.
Yes, so you are with Noor and Mariam.
Also playing sports.
Playing sports. Vicky.
Go to art club.
Okay, I want you to be either with playing sports or reading. Yeah, Vicky.
Play sport.
Playing sports. What about you, Lay?
Also playing sport.
Okay, so here now we have two teams. Okay, and every team consists of 3 or 4 students. Now let's have our debate. Who would like to start talking? Yeah. Okay.
I
I'll
would like,
choose.
teacher.
Okay, go ahead, yeah, Juan. Go ahead, yeah.
I prefer playing sports because we already study at school and we practice having good mental health at school. So I think physical health is also important. So we have uh, to make sure to practice sports and to study at the same time. We can't just study and read.
All right, thank you. Noor, tell me.
In my opinion, I don't think it's a great idea after school to exercise because after school, normally students are tired and playing sports is tiring. So you're not helping your body, you're damaging it. So I think it's a better idea not to do it after school. So because if you do it, your day is not going to be productive because you're going to be so tired of doing both of these things together.
Thank you. Laith.
Yes, teacher. I want to play sport for my health and my energy.
So you think that playing sports is more important than reading?
مش عارف صار ثنتين هم مش عارف. اه
Please, in English, dear.
I think play sport uh,
Okay, you chose playing sports. Okay, can you convince me why is it more important than reading as an activity after school? You said because it's good for your health, right?
yes.
All right, thank you, dear Zena.
I think playing sports is more important because it helps the mind and the body in the same time. And after school, we were feeling tired and zero energy. So when playing sports, it helped to give us a large community of energy.
All right. Just a minute, dear. George Margie, could you please close your cam? Okay, thank you, dear. Yes, thank you. And let's go to Farah.
Yes, teacher. I would like to do sports after school because I usually do that when we were in normal school. I would usually go to a boxing class, and it would help me so much, like clear my mind, and it also like after I do the class, it feels just so good after doing sport after school.
Okay, Yusuf. Thank you, Farah.
I think to study is more important
It's not about
because
studying here. It's about reading. Reading, not studying.
yeah, reading is more important because uh, we end from the school and uh, it's better not to leave the studying or reading atmosphere.
Okay.
And when we end to recover our energy, uh, we can exercise any sport exercises and like مثلاً, ending end studying or what end studying is better. لا.
It's okay. It's okay. Easy. Yes.
studying
Yes.
studying earlier is
Mhm.
better. Studying early is better than studying in the night
At night. Okay. Thank you, dear.
at night.
Noor. Yes. Noor, did you express your idea?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, do we have anything to add? Do you guys want to add anything regarding your debate?
Can I add something,
Yes.
teacher?
Yes. Yes, Juan.
I think we study and read a lot at school, so we have to focus on both sides, not only mental health.
يعني
Um,
عليكي.
and also
Yes.
we have to clear our mind by playing sports. It's
Mm-hmm.
thinking too much is too tiring for our
Mm-hmm.
health.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, dear. Anyone else?
That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Farah, you are raising your hand.
No, teacher.
Okay, and all right. So with that, unfortunately, your time is up. But I was pleased with the debate that we did. You guys expressed yourself using the techniques for persuading. So thank you for the class. I really enjoyed it with you guys. And for the meanwhile, I will leave you in order to go to your next class. But before that, please prepare the use your English section for Saturday's class. Use your English section. And now I'll leave you. You guys have a nice weekend and stay safe.